Now let's take a look at taking another scale. What we're going to take is a Dorian hexatonic. So a Dorian mode basically is a G scale, an A, the key of A, Dorian mode, is a G scale starting on the second note and playing to its octave. Basically this. And that sounds real nice against an A minor 7 chord. But again, a 7-note scale sounds like a 7-note scale. It's not as interesting. It's rather notey, and eliminating one of the notes might make it sound a little cooler. Now, in this particular case, what I'm going to do is eliminate the 4th note, just like we did in the major scale. But not the 4th note of G, but the 4th note of A Dorian. Let's go close up. Here's a G scale. Here's A Dorian, the G scale starting on. Now I'm going to eliminate the 4th note of that scale, this note right here, the D. So I get this. So you notice how we've got a big skip here, a major 3rd. I'm using unconventional fingering, kind of like rock fingering. Okay, now isn't that a cool sound? Okay, if I play it in triplets, or you know what, a sequence of 3 tones, I can get something like this. Get a nice... Isn't that a nice sound? I love that. Okay. Now let's take a look at a sequence, a lick in this scale. Okay, here's our hexatonic lick. Dorian hexatonic lick. A lot of times I like to call it a Dorian colonic, because sometimes these things are hard, you know. So what I'm doing here, I'm taking these 3 notes out of the scale, which is A, C, F sharp, and the next, these 3, E, G, B. So this creates an A minor 6, this creates an E minor 7, A minor 6, or just E minor, not E minor 7. So now if I take that idea, I could play it like this, maybe. Or backwards. Whoop. Isn't that a cool sound? So there's a very usable lick. Play it against this A minor, like this, or this A minor 6. Okay, I could do something like this with that lick. There's so many permutations of taking these licks and playing them around. So against that A minor 7, boy, that sounds cool. All right, so again, we're taking that A hexatonic, a Dorian hexatonic, and playing a lick out of it. I've got something real usable now. With any lick, you should learn to play it chromatically. So you're not just playing A minor, learn to play it for C minor, D minor, E minor. All that, it will help you memorize that fingering. Okay, don't just play it like this 5 times. You got to move it up the neck. When you start doing that, you'll start seeing the relationship to the chord. That's why I placed the chord there as well. And then once you do that, you can play it with anything then. Okay, it's got something usable for you. Let's take a look at number 3, which is our D Mixolydian hexatonic, which is like a dominant 7th scale, which would be for like a D9. This could be a static D9, like where we're going to boogie on like James Brown or something for a while. And this scale works well over that. Or it could be just like a 2-5-1 change. Let's go close up on that scale. Now the D Mixolydian is basically a G scale again, starting on the note D. So now for me to hear it, look, I'm going to start on a G. And now I'm going to start on my D here. Hear how it's a G scale? But now let's play a D chord and just play that scale. Now, let's eliminate this G. That makes it sound so much like a scale. So we're going to eliminate, again, the 4th note of this scale. Okay, are you hearing that? So there is a D Mixolydian hexatonic. Again, because that 4th note, especially in this case, is eliminated, if I go, it sounds like a G scale, right? But if I go, okay, I've gotten rid of that note, and now I've got something a little more usable. Now let's check out this lick. Let's go close up. Here's what the lick sounds like. So basically, I'm playing it with pull-offs. Okay. Then I'm taking, I don't know if I'm playing every note, but playing close to every note that was in that scale. But now I've got something real usable. Isn't that a nice sound? I could go take it backwards. Or I could go right? Mixing up the notes. Here I am. Now, getting carried away. So again, there is another approach, and when I do that, take away that note, and it just makes it more usable. So in conclusion, this is my take on hexatonic scales and how to use them for soloing. And I think it's a very valid approach, and I want to study it more, and I encourage you to do it too. Don't forget, in order for you to put anything into your fingers where you're always going to be using it, you have to transpose it. So take it up to E, you know. Take it up to F. Do the same thing. G all the way down. Okay, it's a great little exercise for you to do. So, hey, I will talk at you later. Till next time, I hope to do some more lessons on this and maybe expand them out a little further, as well as talk about some altered scales, which are very effective. And so anyway, till next time, happy picking.